Okay, we're coming right back again with the part two because it's much to cover in here dealing with this. I don't know, man. What we going? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes I just don't know. But you know, we either gonna get it or we just gonna live some lives that just ain't worth. Well, sometimes I just want to use curse words. It's just but our people have been so superficial when it comes to certain things that, man, when I look at curse words, I say to myself, it's pre-programmable thoughts too, because when you're dealing with curse words, you ain't dealing with nothing but another dialect of language to intensify or add intensity to whatever it is that you've been said, whatever said. But you got people that pre-program your mindset and say, "Hey, well, you know what? Hey, that's profanity. That's profanity. That's profanity." Well, you know what? There are a whole lot of things that are profane in people's life that they do. You see, that don't have nothing to do with the words that they try to declare profane. I could call off some profane things that you do because you've been programmed, but I won't. So we're going to go back to pick up where we were at. We're going to pick up where we were at, dealing with the Anunnaki demons covenant. Yeah, and the covenant. All right, all right, all right. Shouts out to you, brother Matthew Menard. Um, it is a covenant, and the covenant is an agreement of some things that people put in motion. See, these demons ain't like people. You take people that make a marriage covenant or marriage vow. Oh, you promised to do this, you promised to do that. Oh yeah, I promise. And the next thing you know, your woman ain't she don't be rebellious. She don't want to hear nothing. She want to do whatever she want to do. Never mind the fact that she said she was gonna do these things. Oh, I promise, I promise, I promise. Then you turn around, man don't want to do nothing that he promised that he was gonna do. I promised that I was gonna forsake all others. I promised I wasn't gonna cheat. You see, their covenant is not like our covenant. Their covenant, they are bound by blood, and they don't break their covenant like we break ours. The reason why we break our covenants is because we allow them that don't break their covenants to program us to break ours. Whereas unity is strength. And that's why the human family is such uh, a weak people. There is no unity. There ain't no unity. The Most High created the earth and he created man out of the dust of the earth. And all of the men and all of the men that are on the earth that the Most High created have no unity. And so it makes them a weak race of people. It makes us easily subdued. And you can look at it like that from a large scale, or you can look at it all the way down to racial racial things when it comes to the separation of the ethnicities. Uh, they're weak people because there ain't no agreement. Let's pick this back up. Now, look what just happened. Let's see. We got to go back. Okay, so we'll pick up where we left off at. And we left off at killing each other when it suits them. And no, we left off at how they keep us separated by dogma and religion. You know why? Because everybody wants to be right. If you are up under dogma and religion, you don't even have a mind to think. I don't care that you read in the Bible. It don't matter to me that you read in the Bible because you got all kind of people reading the Bible. But look at the division. Look at the dogma. Look at what religion do. The Christian read the Bible. The Islamic man read the Bible. The Israelite man read the Bible. And then people that ain't came to believe in nothing quote the Bible. But look at it. Baptist, Methodist, Presbyterian, Catholicism, Church of God in Christ, AME, African Episcopal Church. You understand what I'm saying? You got all of these different factions. Calvinism. You got all these different factions. Look at the other entities in the world. Atheism, humanism, monotheism, secularism. You got all of these different world views and all of these different things, and they have not done nothing but divided people and caused people not to be able to interact with each other. Because you'll spend so much time looking at what somebody else is doing that you've been programmed not to look at yourself. We shall separate them through dogma and religion. We will control all aspects of their lives, and we will tell them what to think and how. How are they going to tell me what to think? Oh, they're going to tell me how to think, how I'm supposed to govern myself as a woman by their tele-lie vision programming. Oh, look at how many of our women are learning what to think by the love of hip hop, and how our foolish sisters that they have given money to have now become the platform, that the springboard that raised the next generation of women. Look at all of our young women who are being mentally programmed to be whores and prostitutes because of the role model. They give you a whore, as like Carly B, they give you a whore for a role model, and then all the young girls want to be like that. They're going to tell you what to think. Look at the brothers. It's the same thing. We are being programmed. See, the problem is that we don't want to stare these things in the face. We don't want to be the one to identify with it. So as we said before, we'll say things like, oh, it's just entertainment. It's just entertainment. But you neglect the fact that you've been programmed by being detained so that this programming can enter into you. And whether you realize it or not, when you open up yourself to that, here come all of these different spirits jumping through there. It ain't no different. It ain't no different than us men who have pre-programmed thoughts because of the foolishness in our life that we watch porn and we open ourselves up to all of these different spirits that jump out there. And next thing you know, you are cheating on the wife that you promised that you was going to be faithful to. And if you're a man and you've been able to do these things and navigate through those things without doing it, then you got something to be thankful about. But my thing is that you don't deny that these things are in existence. Whole pre-programmable thoughts. It said they're going to teach you. You're going to do what we teach you to think. Let's read it again. It says we will control all aspects of their life, and we will tell them what to think and how to think. How? They do it through television programming. And they call it and put it right there. You're going to see as we keep going. He said, we shall put these things right in their face and hide them in plain sight. How much clearer can it get? Tell a vision programming. How much clearer can it be made, yet you don't see it? Oh, we'll just call it the TV for simplistic measures. Tell me that you're not affected by the things that you see. Tell me, brother, since you talk about entertainment, tell me that if you turn on the porn channel, you won't get a rise. Tell me that you won't get a hard on when you start watching the naked woman on TV. Tell me, sister, that when you see your sisters arguing like cats and dogs and being disrespectful to their men, tell me that you don't walk away with the same attitude. Tell me that 20 minutes after you get through watching the program, that them spirits ain't leaped on in you and caused you to start having an argument with yours. Tell me it ain't like that. I'm not worried about what the people that identify with it or not, whether they admit it or not. It is what it is. Every aspect of your life is being controlled. That's what the mission is. So we start talking about the finality of mental program. We're talking about what the end result is going to be. What's the end result of all of these different ways that we have been programmed? What's the end result and what's to be accomplished from the ones that's doing the programming? It says, we will guide them kindly and gently, letting them think they are guiding themselves. We will foment animosity between them through our factions. Our factions are the different entities that have been broken up. We will foment animosity between them by our factions: Democrat, Republic, Senate, Congress, white man, black man, Arab man, African man. By our factions that we create in this world. We will ferment and bring animosity by our factions that we create. The sports arena. Do you not understand that the sports arena is a form of mental program that divides people by their factions? It divides people from all levels of life. They divide the children through sports and baseball as they seek to play little league football, little league baseball. They pit one against the other and bring division. Then as they go, they divide through colleges as colleges all over the country come together to class with each other. And the people that are watching are the ones that are divided by these factions because it creates animosity. Look at the hell that breaks out at the Chiefs game on Sunday because of what happened. It fought the forming through the factions and the vehicle of sports that have pit one against another that causes animosity to break out. It's bigger than people think about. It's much bigger. You see, all the factions of opposition were created by them for the sake of disunity and discord. Different factions. So, it says, when a light shall shine among them, we shall extinguish it by ridicule or death. Whichever video right now. And they can see the light coming on. Then here's somebody coming along talking about ridiculing. Man, who is that dude? Man, look at that white glasses. Look at that hair. Look what, you know. And they steal everything that you was going to get. You understand what I'm saying? And this is how it is with thinkers or whatever it is. When it come down to that, the people that are able, when you get ready to see a light, always somebody, oh man, come on with that nonsense, boy. Boy, there he go. There's Reverend Ike. You see, ridicule will extinguish a thing. And for people that have weak minds, they can't take a stand because they don't have a mind of their own to think. So every time somebody ridicule them, they'll put their thought in their pocket if it's going to cause them to be ridiculed. But those that serve the Most High dare to be ridiculed. Go on and talk about me. But you watch how I scale this mountain. Say what you want to say, but watch how I overcome this hurdle. Call me what you want to call me, but watch at the favor that I have amongst people and amongst men. Go ahead, try to ridicule me. Call me whatever you want to call me, because I dare to be who I am. That's what the Most High is looking for. He's looking for somebody that's daring to be Superman. Daring to be Superman. Oh yeah, they'll ridicule Superman in a minute. Look at him come out. Look at him with them tights on. What are he doing with them red tights on? And look at that spandex. See, and he got a cape on. But see, they want to ridicule you so they can stop you from flying through the air, from being able to leap over buildings in a single bound. They want to stop you from being able to have spirits of steel to where you can accomplish the things that you want to accomplish. And if they can stop you, if you can get concerned about what they'll say about you, they say, we'll ridicule them. We'll extinguish, we'll put that flame out. They couldn't ridicule Martin Luther King. They couldn't ridicule him. Listen how he talk. Listen how he talk. Look at them thick lips and that big nose. Look at it. Look at it. They're ridiculing. They're ridiculing. Boy, you don't want the same thing that happened to you that happened to your mama. They're ridiculing. They'll ridicule a Malcolm X. They'll ridicule a Marcus Garvey. They'll ridicule all those people to try to extinguish their flame or put their light out. He said, and if ridicule don't work, guess what? We'll kill them. This is the destiny of every would-be servant of the Most High that will seek to serve him. This is the destiny. If they can't ridicule you to stop you, then they're going to murder you. History will show you that. Tell me it ain't happened. Tell me that it ain't happened. Every man that had the power to affect change in this world, whether he was white or black, tell me they didn't murder John Lennon. Tell me that they didn't murder him. Tell me that the people that had the ability to affect the things in this world where this wickedness is concerned, tell me that the ridicule, when the ridicule didn't work, tell me that they didn't kill him. Tell me that they didn't murder Jimi Hendrix. Tell me that Prince wasn't murdered. Tell me that Michael Jackson wasn't murdered. Tell me that all of these people wasn't murdered, that they couldn't ridicule as they called Michael Jackson a freak of nature and some pedophile. Tell me that when the ridicule couldn't take away what had been gifted to him, tell me that they didn't murder him. Tell me. Tell me. And you believe whatever narrative that they showed you through telling another's vision to program you with. We will make them rip each other's hearts out, apart, and kill their own children. Kill their own children. You kill your own children through not teaching them right. You kill your own children through the abortion clinic. We'll rip each other's hearts out and kill their own children. You're talking about we'll make a married couple turn on each other and rip their hearts out and separate and go through divorce, and we'll destroy their children because of it. Yeah. We will accomplish this by using hate as our ally and anger as our on the planet. Now we're moving into specific people, because the people that are engrossed with hate are white people. The white people, the Ku Klux Klan, the white nationalists, all of those people, he said, they don't even understand that they have been mentally programmed. He said, but we'll use that mentally programming hate as our ally. They're going to accomplish these missions by using hate as their ally and anger as their friend. Look in the face of the white supremacists, of the Ku Klux Klan, of the left right-wing racists. Look in the face of some of the Donald Trump supporters. Look in the face of the vast majority of the white people on the planet who ain't nobody giving them a reason to do anything. They are just controlled by hatred and anger. Look in the face of them as they try to neglect the fact that they have been the destroyers on the planet. Look in their face and see what's there as they try to accuse somebody else of being a terrorist, while they have been on a murderous campaign throughout the whole world from the beginning of time. These demonic spirits saying they got a people on the earth that they're going to use through hate and anger. The hate will blind them totally, and never shall they see from their conflicts we emerge as their rulers. I tell the white people all the time, don't you get it twisted. You put differences between white and black because you try to paint yourself as a better people. But that is only because you have been mentally pre-programmed. And the only way that you can be mentally unpre-programmed is that you now must come up under the program of the one that you have come to hate. And either you'll do that or you'll be destroyed by it. He say, hate will blind you. You are blind. Our European brothers are blind. You know what they're blinded from? They are blinded that they don't see that these demons have controlled them through programmable thought. And never shall they see that from their conflicts we emerge as the rulers. When they're controlled by hatred and they go over there and wipe a country out, kill thousands of people, when they're controlled by their hatred and they put millions of people in poverty, when they're controlled by their hatred to go on a destructive, murderous campaign by putting drugs and alcohol and all these things on the people, he said when that conflict is finally resolved, they don't even have the capacity to see that we were ruling over them the whole time. They will be busy killing each other. They will bathe in their own blood and kill their neighbors for as long as we and as neighbors. He said, but you'll be killing your own neighbors as long as we see fit. You know why? Because through the television programming, we will constantly be funneling narratives that will cause you to be mentally programmed by what we have said or what we have shown you. And that will fuel or ignite a hatred in you that will cause you to go out and kill your neighbor, even though you say that you're a Christian. We will benefit greatly from this, for they will not see us, for they cannot see us. We will continue to prosper from their wars and deaths. We will repeat this over and over until our ultimate goal is accomplished. We will continue to make them live in fear and anger through images and sounds. We will use all the tools we have to accomplish this. The tools will be provided by their labor, and we will make them hate themselves and their neighbors. That's amazing. We build the very gun that we're going to murder ourselves with. We will always hide the device, the divine truth from them, that we are all one. They must never know. They must never know that color is an illusion. They must always think that they are not equal. There's the line of distinction between two particular people. The first people, he said, we will use hate as our ally. In one group of people, we'll use hate, and anger will be their friend, our friend. But through their conflicts, we will emerge as rulers because they are blind and they don't know that we're strategically using them. He said, but for another group of people, we will use color as an illusion, for they must always think that they are not equal. Now you're talking about the black man, because it's the black man who have been made to feel that because he's black, there was a curse on him. Because he's black, there was something wrong with him. It's because he's black. He is not equal. So he is always reaching to be equal with the person that have been engrossed and funneled and fueled by a hatred of him. He said, but these things are coming into play because of what we are doing. Somebody, you know, it used to be a saying that said, something got a hold on me. Something got a hold on me. Yeah, 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 yeah. Something I said got a hold on me. Something got a hold on the whole world. Had gripped and seized the whole world to where even though you got God, Jesus, Yeshua, Yah, Yahuwah, even though you got those things in people's mouths, they're up under abundance of illusions because they can't exemplify the Father's righteousness when their ability to think have been taken from them. That's what it is. So, they must never know that color is an illusion. They must always think that they are not equal. I'm talking about black people now. Because you people that feel like you ain't equal, you've been up under the illusion. You've been up under illusion. Color is an illusion. You've been up under that. That somehow or another when the Most High made brown people, he made a mistake. And you've been up under illusion, trying to be equal with another people because of your color, which is an illusion. You realize that the Most High made us a peculiar people above people. He made us a peculiar people and a treasure. He made all people different because that's his diversity. You're too busy trying to be equal that you can't even learn how to wear your own hair. You can't too busy trying to be equal with somebody else that you can't even wear your own stuff. That you got to always be doing something. Trying to be equal or imitate what somebody else is doing because you feel less than. This comes straight from the pits of hell, straight from the pits of the enemy. It don't make no difference where you come from. It still means the same thing. Look at what it is that you do. You feel less than because they have created color to be an illusion. They have used color as an illusion against you to keep you distracted from what's really happening. You're so distracted by trying to have Brazilian weave and eyelashes and all of this other superficial extra stuff. You're too busy distracted by those things that you can't walk in the beauty that the Most High created you with. You don't have a thought that tells you how beautiful you are, how wonderful you are, how lovely you are. You don't have those thoughts because of the thoughts that have been mentally pre-programmed in you by Hollywood that made the black slave look as though she wasn't beautiful. You've been pre-programmed, mentally pre-programmed. These videos ain't going away. Drop by drop, we will advance our goal. We will take over their land, their resources, their wealth to exercise total control over them. We will deceive them into accepting laws that will steal the little freedom that they have. So they own all your land. And when you look at the laws, you see a tenant is a slave that can't own property. So I don't care what property you own, you don't own it. Whether you're white or whether you're black, you may say that you own it, you may have a banknote on it, and you may be paid for it, but at the end of the day, the property or the land that the house is sitting on don't belong to you. That's why you pay property taxes every year on the property. He said, you know what, slaves can't own property. Slaves can't own property. And if you're a tenant of anything, you can't own no property because the only people that own property is the one that's called the landlord. And the one that's called the landlord is the children of Satan that's operating up under the influence of these demons that's on the earth. So if you want to see who these demons are in the flesh, you look at who your taxes is going to. You look at who's reaping all of the benefits from the property. You look at who owns the United States, who owns all of the banks. You look at who owns all of these things, and then you can see clearly who it is that you're dealing with. Well, we will deceive them into accepting laws that will steal their freedom, like the Patriot Act. like the Patriot Act created a whole heap of laws that now you ain't got no freedom. They can surveil whoever they want to. They can put cameras on everybody's property. And then they're using technology and science to bring everybody up under bondage. They're using these things. Now everybody want to have a surveillance system in their home because they've been programmed through fear. Somebody gonna break in your house and here come the burglar and you need ADT. Now everybody got cameras on the inside of their houses. Well, what they don't understand is that the demons are causing them to do that by programming their mind so that they can have access and control over their whole life. You're exposed to all your secrets, all your sins, all the hidden things that the natural eye can't see that make you vulnerable. Even when you do wake up, you won't be able to withstand the ridicule that will come from the one that took the camera out of your house and then put it on the TV to discredit all of your words. Well, I know this is some good stuff. I know good and well this is some good stuff. It's some good stuff, but I gotta end the video because I gotta use the bathroom.